Hi, Lakey staff. I'm really honored for Jody to reach out to me. She asked if I could share with you a little bit about how the fish philosophy is important to me. I used to teach at GS Lakey. The year it opened, I was there. Then I took a mat leave and ended up moving to Red Deer and was up in Red Deer for several years. While I was in Red Deer, I had 4 amazing children. Grew our family up there, and then in 2012, my husband was killed in an avalanche. After that, I moved back down to Lethbridge, and now I currently work at Lakeview teaching grade 5. But I have thought back so many times on the fish philosophy. In fact, I had vinyl printed and had it printed on my wall here in my kitchen in my own home, just to remind me of those 4 things that I really felt made a difference in my life. So I asked Jody if I could talk about it, if she wanted to know how it's impacted me professionally or at school with my students or personally. And she said I could do whatever I wanted. So I'm just going to take a second just to talk about in my own personal life how the fish philosophy has definitely benefited me and I feel has helped strengthen my family. So just after my husband's passing, when he passed away, my oldest daughter was 7 and I had a 5-year-old daughter, 3-year-old son, and my baby had just turned 1. And there were a lot of days where it felt like the weight of the world was crashing down on me. I'm going to try and share this experience without getting too teary-eyed here. But I really had a lot of crummy days. And I was having one day where I was just feeling like I was just trying to find that balance between taking care of my kids and trying to find some joy and what was happening around me and their growth and the fun things that they would do and just wishing that their dad was there to do. He always seemed to be the fun one and I fed them and kept them alive. Anyway, the fish philosophy actually came to my mind and it was so vivid to me that I needed to apply it in my newly widowed life, my new single mom life. And I needed to apply just a couple of those things every single day with my own children and in my own life. I could choose my attitude. Even though things were tough, I still had many amazing things around me and I could find things to be grateful for. I could stop every day and play with them, even though the kitchen was covered in Cheerios and I was exhausted and tired with such little people on my own. I could stop and I could play with my kids. I could do something every day to make their day. They were mourning, they were grieving, and I could do something just to brighten their day. It could be simple. It could be just leaving a little note or just taking some extra time with each of those children. And then just to be there. And I've really made it a priority no matter what's going on in my life that wherever my kids are, I want to be for them to know mom's in the corner cheering for them. And if I'm not there, there's a pretty good reason for me not to be there. But I really honestly feel that it helped me to not be so overwhelmed with feeling like I need to do this and I need to do that. And just to focus and just take a little bit of time each day, just to do those things. And that really helped me. I actually vinyled it on my wall so that I wouldn't forget them. Because if you're like me, you're like, hey, what's the 4th one again? Anyway, I'm so grateful for the opportunity that I had to work at Lakey, to learn this philosophy. We really dove into it when the school opened. I'm sure you guys still, I miss those Fish Fridays and all the staff there. But anyway, I hope and I really believe as we practice it in our own personal lives, with our own families, with our own relationships on our personal lives, that it becomes a habit and then we can transfer it into our classrooms. And I think really as we strengthen those kids, we're strengthening families. And as we strengthen our families, we're helping strengthen those kids. So it's just something to write in your own life and make it a habit, and hopefully it'll transfer into your classes. Anyway, you're awesome, Lakey. See ya.